How do you know what I'm saying is true, is what you said. Number one, much of what I've said is factual because you can go test it. You can go find it within the religions themselves and within the philosophers and the scholars and the sages that are part of them. You can go find it online. You can find much of what I'm saying online. Also, with regard to not the theology, but the psychology of what I'm saying, you will find that it makes such sense and excites you so much that it has the ring of truth. And so if that isn't enough, you can test it. And you can test it in two ways. One, you can measure it against your own experience, which you're doing even as we sit here. And that's why you're getting insights, because you're measuring it against your own experience, saying, oh my God, this makes such sense. And so you then flower out another component of the whole theology and the whole philosophy of what we're looking at. You create another bouquet of spiritual truth. And you say, oh my God, this makes sense too. And you add and you add and you add. So you can measure it against what you already know. And you see then that it's true. You just know it. If you doubt it in any way, that's where you're going to slow yourself down. But good enough, you go test it. You go work it with other people and test it and see how it works. Test my theory of jealousy. Test my suggestions with regard to meditation. Test them. And then the third way you can prove it is in meditation itself, where you can throw these concepts on a screen and look at them and feel your way into them. Because the way we discern truth is through experiencing the subtle vibrations of disturbance or rightness. Disturbance, agitation, subtle, or contentment. And that's called divining spirits, divining the spirit of the thing that we're talking about. Is it true or is it not true? You can find that with regard to your intuition. You'll get agitation or you'll get contentment. You can test it with regard to things you're going to do and an encounter you're going to have with somebody. You're going to get agitation or you're going to get contentment. Even if there's something you need to do that is wrong, you'll get a kind of agitation about it along with a contentment, because you're getting both. You don't want to do it, but you know it's the right thing to do, and you get the contentment. You'll get the rightness about it, so you can test it yourself.
And so there would need to be a certain level of trust then. I don't know, I kind of want to touch on the guru-disciple, student-teacher relationship and how it is in our Western culture.
Essentially it's the same, but it's way different in terms of the Westerners are very much more suspicious of anybody that's got anything to say.
Well, yeah, like I ask because we tell people about what we're doing and they're like, well, why him? Like, what are you doing? What, he's your teacher? He's your what? And
where'd you get his authority?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you say he's got his authority from this and this and this.
But like a lot of it I think comes from the way that we can relate to each other, because like the way you word things and how you say them, I really am like, yeah, I get that, you know, and another person like wouldn't exactly understand it the way we do. And a lot of people can find that stuff online and through religion and whatever, but I think it's just
an affinity.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little easier for you guys now. Remember the lesson in Muktananda, and where you're going, or was it I Become Alive? Don't become somebody. Don't become somebody. Look, I'm not the one putting this stuff online. You are. I'm not doing this stuff. I'm not becoming somebody. You are coming looking. So don't become somebody's students. Just say, go listen to what I'm listening to and see what you think. And if by the way, if you want to talk about it after you listen, we can talk about it.
Okay, isn't that such an interesting concept? Because especially in today's society, I feel like there's like so much pressure on people to become an individual and become somebody and identify themselves with certain aspects of society, but in reality it's like, no, you're not supposed to become somebody.
No, don't become somebody, because that's where more drama gets you more. It's so simple. Gets you more in trouble. And if someone can't understand that, that's okay. Then you say, well, you wouldn't want to listen to this guy then.
Well, it's kind of like you need to just be you, but what does that mean? How is that defined?
Exactly.
What am I defined by? the things that I do, the thoughts that I have, the
What else have we
actions I
got
perform.
right here? The thoughts, the things your behaviors, the manner of thinking that you have based on actions that we see, the expressions on your face, the work that you do, the level of understanding that you bring to a conversation. All of these things are being measured all the time by people,
And
right?
it stresses me out. It really does. It stresses me out. But I think, like, who you are really, what I've, like, been realizing, at least for me the past couple weeks, it's, like, not when you're actively thinking about those things. It's when you're just being. The kind of essence of who you are will shine out, like you were saying.
That's it. It shines
It's
out,
true.
and people will see that, even if they don't talk to you about it. It's one of the things I think that your friends are maybe disturbed by, is because they don't know where to go with you. They don't know what to do with you. You're a friend, but still they don't really get what you're doing.
At all. And so it's hard to relate then in that.
Correct. When we're understood, we like that. We feel good, right? It takes a little bit of the drama off of us, and someone else is kind of carrying it a little bit, says, oh, I understand. And so we feel a little lighter for this long.
I think that's kind of what the teacher-student relationship is too. Like, we bring things to you that we're struggling with that no one else understands, and you present us with comfort in that. Like, yeah, that's totally what's going on, and then a solution or a way to work through
We go a
this.
little bit further. We go into a solution.
It's completely different because, like, when my friends come to me with problems, it's almost like, you know, when someone has a hurt leg, so you're carrying them, you know? It's like, I feel like the student-teacher relationship is more like giving you a cane, you know, not exactly carrying you, but giving you something to hold you up on your own.
That's it.
That was a really good example.
That's
Thank
really
you.
good. Those tools, those canes, where and really your wisdom is shown by your saying, "Go look."